Welcome to the channel. Today, this video is only going to be about dropping gems, and it's titled How to Get Rich in Any City. And I mean it. You can start with zero, you can start with savings. So if you're broke, watch this video to the end. Or if you have a business, if you're an established business, this video might not be for you, but you'll still find some gems. But this is really for anyone that does not have a plan, but that wants to become an entrepreneur or that wants to make it, or anyone that's struggling to figure it out in their city right now. So, number one is, and this is the key to a lot of things. Every business solves one problem. Every business solves a problem for somebody. Now, depending on how big your problem is or how many people have the same problem is what's going to make your revenue, what's going to make determine the size of your company, determine the amount of sales that you can make. You can also, that's another video I'm going to do on how to become a billionaire, right? And a lot of you are probably asking yourself, why am I making this video and I'm not a billionaire yet, right? But all good things take time. I've built my businesses and I will continue to build them. I will not be a billionaire unless I sell them off, right? Or unless I give myself the highest salary possible. But I'm so young that I just want to keep investing all the money back into it, regardless of how much I make. So now, step number one. Let's say you're in New York, all right? Main complaints by citizens in New York. Top 10 consumer complaints. This is from 2021, so it's pretty much irrelevant. What are some social issues? Okay. What is the New York complaint number? What is consumer right? So, I'm not going to go into Facebook right now, but you can do it with Reddit. You can do it with Facebook. You can do it with YouTube. Wherever the actual citizens of New York are commenting. You can also do public interviews. You can ask people that have lived in New York. You can ask people some of your friends that have stayed for an extended time. You can really figure out what are the main issues that the city is facing. Are they facing a lot of, let's say it's really cold, right? And it's all the insulation is shitty in most apartments. What do? You figure out a way and you figure out a product that makes insulation better. And it should be seamless. So it could be something like a whole new paint that you paint on that immediately makes it hotter in your room. It could also be a specific thin layer that you apply to the walls that creates heat. It could also be as simple as creating a service-based company that specializes in insulation, right? And then you look at your competition's prices and you lower yours a little bit, not too much to devalue yourself, but a little bit. Try to get as many customers as possible, build your reputation, and then expand. And that's really it, right? How you can get rich in any city. You figure out the main problems. You look at the main, I would say, write down 20 problems that you found on and browse. Go Google, go Reddit, go YouTube, everything. There's so many sources, right? You can watch YouTube videos on what is it like to live in New York. You can watch my issues with New York, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you write them down on a list, okay, let's say you write them down, and then you go from worst to or biggest issue to smallest issue. And in your mind, you sit there and brainstorm and you try to try to find products or trying to find services or solutions to each problem. Now, the one solution that is the closest to your passion or the one solution that you really see yourself developing or being able to produce, that's what you stick with. Remember, business, you cannot drop it, you cannot launch it, you cannot penetrate the market by just knowing one launch. A business is like a baby. It's like a newborn. It's like a animal that you have to raise and have to evolve with the times, with consumer demands, with the market. So it's really going to be a long-term project. But I promise you, if you stick with it, you'll either figure out it works or you'll figure out it doesn't. But you at least have the experience of building a business now. So you know exactly what to do in your next venture. Or you know, hey, building a business is not for me. And that's fine too. A lot of people figure it out. Hey, maybe being an entrepreneur, being a boss it's a lot more work than just a simple 9 to 5 or than just going to paint or than making music or I prefer doing. So there's so many ways, right? We're just trying to figure it out what we like to do with our time while on earth. So figure yours out. But I'm saying this is a steady way, and if you literally have zero amounts of money right now, right, to produce your product, go work. Go do a part-time job. Go do DoorDash, right? And then save, but you know what you're saving for. Figure out how much your product will cost to manufacture. Figure out if you can get a bulk order and make it cheaper. Figure out if someone is already doing it, and you can go to this person and present a whole new plan, and maybe they will don't, of course, because business is disgusting. Like, I've been in one meeting where we flew people out from Paris, and they literally sat there and they stole half of it, right? It was not my company. I was a project manager for this company, but they stole a shit ton, and it was a competition. And I was like, okay, that's a good lesson to learn, right? Because everyone is just out for themselves a lot of time in business. So, but if you figure out the main issue in your city and target it, then the next step is going to all of the places that you know that people are facing these issues, right? And you can hang flyers up, you can go to events, you can go to meetups, you can approach people on the street, you can go from business to business, you can literally walk in and just be like, hey, I have this product, and they'll probably be like, yeah, that's a problem I've had. How much does it cost? And you say, well, and then you sell. But that's literally it, and you stick with it, and you build and expand and build and expand and build and expand. And that's how you literally get rich in any city. Figure out a problem, provide a solution, provide value, and grow your business. That's another episode of Hudson CEO. The next one is going to be very, very, very interesting. I can already promise that. And I'm going to start upgrading my content. So thank you for everyone that's watching and commenting and subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you next video. And if you have an established business, a startup, or a business idea, and you want a consultation, feel free to book a meeting. The first one is free. The next ones are paid. But first, I want to see how I can help your business, how much value I can provide, and if we're a good match. Now, have a great day and go make some money.